Knygos per PenkiTV – tai erdvė, kurioje susitinka rašantieji knygas, kuriantieji skaitimo puoselėjimo tradicijas bei prijaučiantieji kokybiškai literatūrai. Tai vieta, kur žmonės dalijasi patirtimi, įspūdžiais ir rekomendacijomis apie perskaitytus bei atrastus kūrinius. Laidoje jūs laukia ne tik pokalbiai apie knygas bei reportažai iš svarbiausių literatūrinių renginių. Knygos per PenkiTV – tai tavo gerų knygų gidas. Miela Rūta, apie Sibirą prirašyta iš tiesų daug knygų, papasakota daug istorijų, tačiau jūsų knyga yra ypatinga. Kokia sėkmės paslaptis?
I think that people are drawn to stories of hope and courage and love. And this story of Lithuania has all of those elements. And that's why I think people are drawn to it. It contains the miraculous nature of the human spirit, and so I interviewed a lot of survivors and took bits and pieces from all of their stories and combined it. So it wasn't a story about one person. It represented the lives of many people who experienced these difficult times. So maybe that helped a little bit, but I wrote the book, but it's not my story. The story belongs to Lithuania.
Kaip jūsų knyga yra suprantama ir interpretuojama skirtingose pasaulio šalyse?
I'm so glad that you asked that, because that has been one of the biggest surprises about the book. You know, as an author, you write a book and you think you know what your book is about. And in my case, I thought this was a story about a Lithuanian girl starving in Siberia. It was a book about survival. But then when I went to France and I met with my publisher in France, I said, this is a book about courage and survival. And they looked at me and they said, no, it's not. They said, this is a book about identity. How much can be taken away from a human being before we lose our identity? And then when I went to Spain, they told me that in Spain, the book is a book about patriotism. And in Japan, it's a book about compassion. And so what I learned is that, you know, what's important is the reader's interpretation, not the author's explanation.
Kokių savybių išmokote iš pagrindinės knygos herojės Linos? Na, tarkime, drąsos, ryžto, stiprybės.
People often ask me, they said, oh, okay, so are you like Lina? Lina is a superhero. You know, I am nothing like Lina. In my dreams, I wish I could be so courageous. But I think that Lina embodies the definition of spirit. What is spirit? Spirit is that part of us that clings to life and hope above all. And to me, that's what Lina represents, and that's what I learned from her.
Neseniai sulaukėme geros žinios, jog jūsų knyga bus ekranizuota. Ar pati aktyviai dalyvausite filmo kūrimo procese ir kada pamatysime filmą?
I'm so excited about the movie adaptation of the book. This was a long time in development, and I met with many directors and many producers, and they just didn't understand the delicate nature of this piece of history. And so I'm so excited to be able to partner with Marijus Markavičius and Žilvinis Najokas on this film. And I chose them because I had complete trust and confidence that they would make a better version of the book. I truly believe that the movie will be better than the book. And so because of that, I don't really feel that I need to be involved with the screenplay. They are talking to someone very exciting about writing the screenplay, so I'm really excited about that. And I'll be involved in looking at casting, and of course I'll be here, you know, in Lithuania when we shoot portions of the film in Lithuania. But I think on this, I'll be sort of more on the sidelines.
Jūsų knyga Tarp pilkų debesų sulaukė didelio populiarumo. Kaip jums pavyko palikti Sibiro temą, atsiplėšti nuo jos ir judėti pirmin?
I really underestimated the power of this story, and I haven't been able to move on. I've written another book, and that book is published, but in my mind and in my heart, I'm still promoting and thinking of Between Shades of Grey and of this story of Siberia. And again, as I said, I wrote the book, but it's not my story. The story belongs to these people who truly experienced this, but yet it lives on inside of me, and I don't think I'll ever be able to let it go. And recently, a journalist asked, he said, how does it feel to know that your best work is already behind you? And he was implying that the best work I could ever do is this story of Lithuania. And as much as I'd like to think, that I can write many books, I'm confident that this will be the most important book that I ever write.
Prieš 2 metus duodama interviu vienai žurnalistai prasitarėte, kad jei nesi Stephenas Kingas, pragyventi iš rašymo yra neįmanoma. Sakykit, prašau, ar dabar kažkas pasikeitė, ar galite dabar sau leisti tik rašyti?
No, it's not different. I would love to write full time, but unless you are John Grisham or Stephen King, it's very difficult to make a living as a writer, and I'm not quite there yet. I still work a job in the music business, and so I have a job during the day, and then I write in my spare time, and my dream would be that one day I could write full time, but I'm not quite there yet.
Atskleiskite, prašau, miela Rūta, savo ateities planus.
I'm currently working on a new book, a third book, that follows the story of a Lithuanian girl in 1945 who is escaping through East Prussia, and it's at the end of World War II, and I'm very excited about that new book. And again, it returns to a Lithuanian character.